Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. I'm Dr. Das, curator of the Museum of ZZT, and your tour guide today on to the third out of four original ZZT worlds that we're revisiting for ZZT 35th anniversary. Just a few days ago on the 15th, what was that, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Got it in 3. Apparently I can't count backwards by 3 days, that's very difficult. We're going to be heading on to dungeons this time, which is, I think it's my favorite. But my answer changes basically every time I consider this question. Usually, though, I think it's either going to be dungeons or city. The best for the last two. Dungeons is abstract, I guess is a good way to play it. To say it is a good way to play it. It's got some fun stuff in it. It's got a lot of like coming at boards from different angles and cut off from things and seeing your goal in advance and all that good stuff. It's definitely the more action focused out of like all of them. And it feels like it gets away from each board being a thing that you go to, you finish, and you never think about again so much. There's a lot more weird architecture connecting everything, the way it's all stitched together. There's a lot more going from board to board. I think it's a neat one. I think that's why I think it's my favorite. I don't know. I'm recovering from existence, as one does. I was up late for Gate's birthday. We're at a friend's until about an hour ago. But I'm ready to conquer the dungeons best as I can. Probably look at the actual title screen. It's animated too. I like the title screen on this one. I think it's supposed to be like you're falling down into the dungeons. I'm not 100% on that. It's up for interpretation. But it's certainly a very colorful and animated one. And then the rest of it is just kind of whatever. He's got some creatures running around on the side. They're all nice and organized in town to introduce them to you. It's like, nah, you know all of these guys. I've had this title screen running for probably 15 or so minutes at this point before streaming even. You can really see all the enemies congregating towards the lower left corner trying to get at the invisible player that they can't see. Very colorful, very rainbowy. Let's go down today. I think it's got like the most iconic starting board, honestly. I mean, Towns is going to be more recognizable for being shareware, but this one has a setup. You're not just kind of there. You're just locked in. And if we're really good, we can try and cheese it. I don't think it's possible unless you use the pause glitch, unfortunately. But if you want to challenge, it might be, maybe you can do it in a task. Maybe you can do it frame perfect. Hello, welcome on in. It's got a cool drum beat. It's musical. We're locked in. Shoved into the dungeons. Again, we're going to be getting some purple keys, as one does. We already see these like little visual flourishes. These little bendy bits here and the big old block. Good shapes in this one. Even a sequel. In your adventures through the town of ZZT, you have been captured by the evil dungeon guards. Not recognizing you as the great escape artist you are, the guards have thrown you into the dungeon of ZZT. To escape the dungeons, you must find and collect the 4 purple keys that unlock the dungeon doors. Keys are scattered throughout the 45 rooms of the game. It's also the biggest one, which is fun. It may sound easy enough, it doesn't, but nobody has yet conquered the dungeons. Proceed with caution, adventurer. You could be the first to win, but you will more likely become another victim of the Dungeons of ZZT. I cannot ZZT a music. I can type random letters and maybe get something that sounds good for 30 frames. I almost said seconds. No, if I could do a 30-second song that I was satisfied with, that would be fantastic. I can do a sound effect at best. Music is hard. Turns out. Like, again, we're really playing with form. There's even like a pocket up there that has nothing in it. It's just there to make the room look a little more complicated. We got our favorite NPC in the dungeons. It's this skeleton. Don't even get to loot it. And right away, actually, we kind of see the back and forth that this game adds, because we immediately have these locked doors that we can't go in. We're not allowed to pick our path so much. Right away. We have to fight for some keys, and then we're free to go where we... I'm so used to starting with the northern path. Go out of my way to not do that. I'm gonna try going south, I think. Dungeons is also famous for having what's probably the worst board in the original series. It's one bad mark. We'll get there eventually. But it's got the good stuff. It's got Whirlpool. I love Whirlpool. I immediately runs backwards in Whirlpool. I don't know why I always want to go counterclockwise. I guess because I have to get a key. Off to a great start. Again, our theme is repetition. Oh, we're off to it. Wonderful. The little conveyor in the middle is such a good touch. Just try and avoid these guys. Be that lucky for long. Tigers will. See to that. Oh, this is a bad start. Oh, this is gonna be one of those runs where I just have to start not getting hit at all. I try to play in good faith with duplicators. I can, you know, block the tiger duplicator, take 10 damage, and not have to worry about any extra tigers, but it feels a bit unsporting. Even if it is kind of like deliberately coded that way. I didn't open my door. Folks, I was up too late last night. And I'm gonna pay for it. Oh, I should probably restart. I had such a nice run of town. I was doing decent at caves for a while. Thankfully, I'm trying to get some extra health to the player on this one. I couldn't have been city today. This. Oh, okay, yeah, the forest will block that. We can do this. Forest, water, give us a nice little buffer. There's very hostile tigers here. No. You know, remember when I started with town, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get a really high score, I'm not gonna die, I'm gonna do a great job. Already lost half my health here. Alright, I'm gonna try the water trick again, because that seemed kind of helpful. You're not gonna want to. Everything wants to kill me today, it seems. I made it through this board. Well, hope there's not a lot of shooting in this game. That's just a conveyor. It's just conveying. These get weird looking boards like this. We get like these one-way paths. We've got this extra angle down over there. Just an odd game. Now entering the deep dark dungeons. I don't have any torches. They're not actually dark. Yeah, if you go through these original worlds, there's very little that objects do, and like 90% of it is just like moving or moving things. Basically all doors. Oh. Well, it only gets easier. Yeah, we don't really know the story of how and when these games were specifically developed. If ZZT itself was getting new features added, or if it was considered feature complete and then these worlds got made with it. There's definitely a lot of line wall love in this one. So desperately want any gem I can get. All the health today, I think. Because all the boards are kind of going all over the place like this, it's very difficult to remember what's where in this game compared to everything else. I can make it out to the forest and caves, no problem. The city is pretty sensible. Town I know like the back of my hand. Dungeons is always a surprise. Thankfully, I can just pull a lot here. Not like town, where half the boards only you fire once. Okay, well. The least bit of impatience will... Jeez. We haven't actually played this one for a while. I was compiling all my old high scores just for the fun of it, and apparently I only played this one back in 2021. Last time we had a 5-year anniversary. We wanted to vote for dungeons. I know I pressed shift. Worrying, very worrying. Oh. Pretty much every board. Here we are. There's 3 things to do on this board. We can only do one at a time. Can't prepare for our doom just yet. I really want every... Yes, I did speedrun this. Did I use the mouse controls? I think I just mashed pause. You can move more than once per cycle. Like, you can see how slowly this conveyor is actually animating, how many steps I'm getting to take. Which will let you actually grab the ammo at the starting board and shoot your way through the gates, and then you're onto the exit immediately. You can beat this game in like 2 minutes with it. It's a record that I'm sure is ripe for the taking, too. Especially since that was like done in DOSBox forever ago. I'm sure my movement is not the best in it. On up. On up. Why is there... Did I already clear everything out over here? Did it all manage to get to the other side? It seems like quite a winding path for all the monsters to have gone that far. Got next. Yeah, this one. Oh, well, this is all we're gonna see of it now. Bottom left. I know it's very clearly not a clock, but I always consider this to be the clock room. This is where we get just the most fun doodly scribble boards. Oh, this is also where the game tempts you very much to just use Zap to save time. I can't cheat. I haven't died yet. Gotta be 1 credit clear. Not over yet. It has definitely been more generous with resources, though. I am almost back to 100. Just starts off very aggressively with the Whirlpool, I guess. Oh. Great. Now get ready to lock in. You ain't coming out. Get ready to pick up a percent sign. There's no ampersand, but it'll do. Maybe we're gonna collect all the symbols to get into the castle of you-know-what. Case. I'm thinking, like, we got the ampersand, we got the percent. I think we can spell out the name eventually. This board's kind of mean. Kind of cool. We get this neat thing. The heart is not health. Alright. It's all in the timing. Yeehaw. Volviuk, thank you for 20 months here. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna hold left from here. And I'm either gonna have a lot of regrets, or it's gonna look cool as heck. And I'm going with a lot of regrets. Remember how I said my health was almost good again? There it all goes. Regrets. It's not an easy one. You either get it or you don't. You can't shoot on that board, so you can't cheese it. Okay, well, at least I didn't get hurt there. But look, see, we got plenty of gems here. Like, we're getting health back. Wait, I can't actually go that way yet. This is a game very much about figuring out how to navigate its spaces. Let you here so you're easy to deal with. Locking mechanism. But you can just never get that ammo or those centipedes, huh? That's kind of weird. Yeah, no. We gotta make the board look nice. The priority here. I'm looking at that I have a key and forgetting that it's for like the beginning of the game. Again, I keep assuming. I want to go through the fun room that I like. Alright, prepare for doom instead. No, let's get those gems over on this side. There are 6 exits from this room. That's a lot. Alright, that's where I got destroyed. Okay. So, prepare for our doom now. Got some health. Again, it's being pretty generous. Yeah, this is what we do with objects in the original ZZT worlds. We make things move. So is this the inspiration for City Hall's elevator? Could be. Alright. Here's our first instance of using a big accent today. For big ammo. 250. We do not have to think about ammo for the rest of the game now. Oh, he's pushing me. I forget that he does that every time. Okay, we're a little promising here. This is very much a game about just seeing how many enemies the player can actually deal with. quite a shooty gun. One. We shooty our gun. No. I hate when they change direction because they almost hit a bullet. Okay, there's the key that I've been looking for and pretending that I've had for the past 10 minutes. Okay. A rare, isolated challenge. We do our thing, we leave, we never come back. Again, every time you see the open-faced smiley like this, it's the default character. It's Tim putting down an object and saying, I'm not going to make this button a circle. I would never do something like that. There really should have been like a transporter. Get that ammo. I'm just very upset by this ammo that you can't get. Bothers me so much. Oh, I wanted to save that gem. I didn't want to run the risk of shooting it. Now I lost 10 health for it. And I shot it anyway. The story. The story of ZZT here. Well, that's a smiley face. I think it's like a dude. Somebody. I expect them to say hello. And vice versa. It seems cold when we just touch a guy and the elevator moves and that's it. This board, though. This is where they get you every time. If you thought the ricochets were devastating to your health, try coming back to this board several minutes later and forget that you can't actually shoot here and just run into a bunch of centipedes trying to fire and being unable to do so. The first instance of centipedes that you're not supposed to shoot. And yeah, look at this. There's like hundreds and hundreds of ammo up there, too. I don't want to. I went to the exit too early. Oh, I might have to. I don't think I can go back from here. Okay, we're gonna see if I regret. I feel like enough of the centipedes are gone. I should have played City today. Beat City in my sleep. Hey Zen, I'm getting destroyed in the dungeons. On my favorite board. This isn't a scroll. Oh yeah. We got jokes. It's all for laughs. You just need to not die. It's still within reason. 34 health isn't the worst amount of health you could have. Oh man, I wish I had more than 34 health right now, though. You get a board like this is basically what we did in Caves, except it doesn't have all the health. Get to do any like sick bank shots here at least. I forget if anything is like set up. Do some nice looping. This one does its backtracking a lot better than Caves. Here, we can do one cool shot. Yeah, there we go. It's all worth it. Board is just very nicely designed. Another one. You're done with it, you're at the entrance. It's a shame that none of these really let you bank them, though. I want, like, my shots to ricochet 5 times before they hit something, and it won't let me. I think... Oh, is it going to go backwards? Going to deflect. I think it should deflect if Caves Mix this past Friday taught me anything. Nope. It needs a ricochet ahead first. Okay, at least players get to have a little bit of fun here. Purple key. Thank you. What a good sign. We're out there. Weird contours. Weird shapes. We're doing like layering effects here. Neat. Oh, and we got our purple key. So yeah, now I need to go through the centipede room one more time. So depending on the order you do this in, there could be a little backtracking, but if you actually do it right, you won't have to waste that time. We gotta get all the way back to the starting of the game, though. Going through the whirlpool? Yeah. Alright, well I can finally get all that ammo, which I extremely don't need. But there are gems, so I'm gonna. I think there's a couple of boards in like Best of ZZT that look like this also. Oh, there's so many. Hang on. Yeah, no, we figured out the trick. Ruffians are being remarkably cooperative, actually. There we go. Alright, well, we definitely have enough ammo for wherever we choose to go next. I guess it's going to be east, because like I said, I'm going to get rid of the door, though. I don't need to carry a key around with me and be thinking that I have a different key. There we go. First purple key down. Free to go. You can go north, go east. Nothing up here, though. Very mysterious. But this is also just a cool looking board. He was having fun making this one for sure. Well, there's our next purple key. Gotta see a true landmark of the dungeons coming up here. It wasn't even a gradient yet, it was just boulder. They didn't think to alternate. World famous board. World's most famous scrolls here. If you touch the alpha, you will die. Gotta. Can't not. Can you pet the alpha? Shouldn't have touched the alpha. Now, I think all the elementary school kids who made ZZT games that had things that would instantly kill you if you touched them, I don't think they necessarily required Sweeney to do it first to come up with it. But it is the first. It is the origin. Die. Just don't touch it. Yeah, and this is also interesting in that, like, you kind of want to do the upper part first, because I am just letting tigers spawn in every time I'm on this board. And this is basically right. It's all blocks. a lot of cartoon characters and such show up unexpectedly. They may be a little out of place, but what are you gonna do? They should put Barney in Fortnite. I don't think they would let them do that, but he would be a good fit. Yeah, it's just, why is this here? Because I can make it happen, I guess. Barney has shown up in many a ZZT games and died. Ooh, we're gonna get these centipedes. Barney, I don't think Barney existed actually when it got made. Like the brand new show. Wait, these centipedes, they really don't have a sense of self-preservation, huh? Little mechanisms. Yeah, anywhere else. Solve this. I don't. Was he that early? I guess I don't know. I'm kind of just being biased and being like, well, I watched Barney as a very young child. And I feel like I remember a period where I didn't watch Barney, therefore, he didn't exist because I couldn't see him. This. Oh, is it the board? I'm pretty sure it's the board to the right is the worst board. Probably get that out of the way too. Fun little gamble here. Again, step carefully. Centipedes won't really cause that much trouble. Pride flag. Hey, see, we're, again, for like the third time in a row, we're beyond 100 health. There, yeah, Barney-like is definitely a thing. There's the mid-90s, like 94, 95, there's a lot of Barney in ZZT. If you see a purple smiley face in a random old ZZT game, like, you should probably bet on Barney. Alright, here we go. Worst board ever. Here we are. Here we go. Hit the target. Don't miss. Just hit the target. Don't miss. Okay, okay. Hit the target, and I will not miss. Up to down one. Two. That's gonna be. Okay, so we want when it's still going up. Oh, I'm way off. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, right, I forgot about that part. Yeah, this is actually, like, a very intricate piece of code. You know what? I take it back. I was saying that everything is just, like, moving things around. Because the target has to be able to be interrupted by being shot, but then it has to resume moving appropriately. So that smiley face there has to kind of manage it. No, I think you're still fine if you don't get hit. It's just extremely difficult to do. Or actually, yeah, you might have to get hit one time, but it's easy enough to deliberately. I gotta get my timing right. I'm gonna practice. The spacing on off. You can soft lock here. Several ways. Up. Down. Why did I just shoot? I think I played Llama Masters on stream like almost a decade ago at this point. But that one is a beloved childhood classic. Let's see. I actually can kite these guys a little bit. Yeah, I do have to get hit before I leave the board, though. Okay, so I think what I want to do is once it goes all the way down, I think if I shoot here... Not awake for this. Want to move down. Okay, that's when I need to shoot. Now we need to watch this cycle again. Everybody loves this board. Cycle, because I keep second guessing myself. That's... Ooh. Okay, okay. I hit the target, now I have to do it like 5 more times. Believe me, my back has never been straighter. Cool, but no. We're gonna do our fun little dance. So when it moves up, we shoot in the road down. No, when it moves up, we shoot in the row of it. Yeah. Up. I don't think it's gonna actually move up. I think I've actually ruined reset. No. Come on, you ate my bullet. No, this is gonna be the first time I actually do fail this on stream. I've got to hit this thing like 5 more times. Maybe it's like the very bottom here. Okay. Not over yet. Very bottom. Good. Yeah, you are. I've done such a bad job, but I'm turning it around. This is the spot. This is the spot to do it because you get the nice big part where it goes top to bottom, and that's the correct timing. One more, one more. I'm waking up. I do have to remember to actually get hit though, because otherwise this door will not open. And if I were to leave this board and come back, then getting hit from a star would take me to the bottom exit, and I would be stuck. So, good job me. Must be hit by a star for my hubris. I can't believe I pulled that off in the end. That was such a worrying start. The worst part is, like a month ago, the game I played for a closer look article was The Void of ZZT, which was just a retro-inspired game, and it copied this board. And I got through it like it was nothing. I just immediately locked in, found the correct spot, had the timing perfect. I was like, I don't need to be afraid of this board anymore. I understand how it works. Apparently not. Good. Did anybody claim this board for the remix yet? People are already grabbing boards for Dungeons remix. Somebody's got to get this, and the responsibility that you carry by taking this board, Zin. Okay, Zin. This is an important one. The ZZT Tetralogy. Yeah, everybody wants to do this board. Everybody wants to make this board. Nobody wants to play it. Don't miss. Ah, God, ruffians. You know, after your pulse finally calms down, just a dozen ruffians are immediately in your face. We get a lot of purple key telegraphing in this one too, like this. Very nicely labeled. Right. Who says Dungeons doesn't have any puzzles? It's got this. It's got another puzzle. Here we get a key from that guy. Oh man, do we really get to do bombs and conveyors, Tim? Careful with. Oh, we just okay, yeah. This is a simple wait a little bit, then blow it. Yeah. That was pretty good. Every time I'm like, wait, all I got for that was gems. No, we're fine. Get to do this. You. Surprise! There was tigers underneath these ruffians. We have stat stacking in this official ZZT release. We just get a hyper tiger? Like a super deadly bullet tiger of death? So did Tim test this board and just say, you know what, I'm not even gonna question it? Did he understand what was happening here? He just chose to ignore it? Oh, right, I was supposed to... Man, game really makes you go in every single direction. And it's very easy to pick the wrong one. Now that we're through the target board, though, the hard part of dungeons is over. Oh. It's smooth sailing. Dang it. I think I had locked in for 2 minutes. I'm never gonna lock in again, huh? It's a good slider arrangement, though. Makes you think that, like, oh wait, if I push it all the way over there, then, like, doing anything, but it does. Sometimes the back and forth is extremely mandatory. Sometimes it's not even my own fault. Sometimes you just have to constantly race back and forth around the slider. That'll do. That'll do. Get out of this board. Another puzzle solved by the puzzle champion. Don't blow yourself up. Now hang on. I just paused to get some water. I didn't realize that this board is called Blow Yourself Up. Getting some mixed messages here then. Gonna ruin the lovely backgrounds though. Not. This. This. There we go. Well, I won't blow myself up. Oh, yeah, we do get us a nice little bomb puzzle. I forget if we... Good dodge. There we go. A little creative thinking. Have some decent barriers. Still haven't blown myself up. I guess I should probably open that first door. Alright, I can solve something today at least. Really do have to wait for like 5 bombs there at the end though, which kind of sucks. I think I'd rather... Yeah, because now I can just stay in the top row. I was second guessing myself. I was like, wait, no, I think it's one more tile. And now I can look cool doing it. Oh, right, but it's going to move one more tile this time, too. There we go. That's enough of that. It's a neat idea for a board. This one has some cool concepts in it. Right, and see, it all connects right back to the beginning. Quick backtracking. We get the key, go through the target board, go through this board. Maybe it's not the quickest backtracking, especially with this like little kind of maze. Actually, this way I think is going to be faster. But some care was made to make sure that the player doesn't have to go through a dozen empty boards, unlike that one purple key in Caves. $74 health, 400 ammo. You wouldn't even think that I did a horrible job of this playthrough. 2 purple keys. Third one is not going to be very far behind. We're going to enter the Zapper. For the Zapper, it wants to be like a cool set piece. I don't think it's much of one. It's not a bad board by any means, but like it's no different than like any of the other 30 action screens that we've done. It's got this nice lead up to it here with all the blink walls. That's at least something. You might think that this is the part where you don't want to get zapped, but then this is the Zapper. No shooting allowed, huh? Oh, this is gonna be a bit rough. There we go. Got on by. This is gonna be satisfying. Now there's no more bears. Wait, could I have just soft locked? Could I have opened that door immediately and broke things? Kinda mean. Does an okay job with the energizers, honestly. Actually having to dodge a centipede in that conveyor section, like that's pretty neat. Oh, right. Okay, we're not done. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I take it back. This board is incredible. I can't believe I got away with that. I don't think I'm gonna, because I'm gonna have to go back, I'm pretty sure. What? There's no exit here. Why didn't you put walls here? I very much want to see as many of these walls as possible now. Oh wait, there's this way out. Yeah, I actually made it through. I don't have to go back. Give that centipede a raise. Nobody No enemy in ZZT has ever wanted me more dead than that centipede right now. That was a valiant effort for sure. Return the key before proceeding. Thank you for that reminder. That's 3 of them, and we can see the 4th already. It's right here. It's dungeons. We're almost done. I actually run my ad break after this, I think, just because this one's a quick one, apparently. I don't remember it being this fast. Yeah, no. Didn't this say like 40-something rooms, though? There's not even 30. It said like 40, right? I'm looking at this up. I think this is false advertisement. 45 rooms of the game, really? 45, huh? 45. 27? 45. 27. 45. Oh. So what happened? Did caves get like split out? Was caves going to be part of the dungeons or something? Yeah, we could just be done, pretty much. Dungeon has a pretty famous moment, which I guess we'll do after the break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around, we'll get this last key. We'll be out of here before you know it today, apparently. Right back. To the north we go. The final path already. Ah, there's our purple key. So, for some weird reason, this board uses a purple key, and it's at the very start of the path, and if you go all the way through the path, your reward is a purple key. I don't know how he forgot. It seems important not to use purple keys. And the fact that it works out, like, heading to the east with, like, the Zapper and stuff, there were 2 keys. So, like, you know, if you used an early purple key there, couldn't do the rest of the branch, you'd be short a key. But not here. Here's just a fun little present. It happens. It's just very funny. I mean, maybe he did notice, and he thought it was funny, and he left it in. Because I'll tell you, I don't think I noticed the first time. And the first time you do this, you're probably going to be worried that, like, you'll miss out on something. Everybody sees this board and asks, why is it purple? Most famous purple door. Anyways, when you're not being distracted by the fact that there's just a purple key here that completely nullifies the rest of this path, good shapes, good colors. This is a nice looking board. It makes shooting ruffians and tigers look like a lot of fun. I'm not doing this path first. I've got 400 ammo, so these tigers can hurry up and get in line to be shot. They don't want to be though, huh? Oh, you got it. Ooh. There we go. It's fun to go up these little diagonals when you don't have to avoid danger or anything. The next board is another fun one that I like. Yeah, the 4 stages. The fun, you must kill everything board. Does it actually tell you? I forget. Okay, yeah. Oh no, it's not even killing things. It's getting the correct color gems. Or, you know, shooting them. Keeps players enriched. Gives them some activities. And it's an excuse to give the player some health. Health. It's rare that these kind of things don't like auto open too. You actually have to say, hey, I'm ready to for the yellow gem room. On out, buddy. I like that we still have that symmetry up there. But we don't have a door. I don't like this. Well, the bears are underwhelming as usual. What's the catch here? I think there's a catch on this board. Yeah, that's the catch. Surprise, idiot. There's tigers now. I guess if you're smart about it, you can kind of just shove all the boulders to like the top left corner, and then pretty easily just run past everything. I forget how tight your ammo is if you go here first. I think it isn't bad enough that you will not want to just skip this just yet, but you do the path that's like, hey, have 500 ammo, and fine. Actually is just a lot of ammo and gems. 300 gems almost. And from my health, you wouldn't think it. There we go. There's a lot of interesting ideas for action boards on this. Ah, okay. Here's a very transitional board. 4 red doors. That must mean another puzzle. Kind of. I mean, it is. It's just a fun little device. Having fun with ZZT Oof here. Making things move. Let's see if I can speed this up and not break it. I broke it. Can't do multiple keys. Round path around 3 and 5. Shoot. I got all excited. You need all of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But there's 6? I think there's more on the next board. We're gonna find out. It's a soft lock, right? We're gonna find out in the editor, actually, because I'm really confident that it is a soft lock, what I just did. North of Kennel. Puzzling? Mark. Oh, are there just some extra keys? Maybe that's why you get the purple key early. But then I already had to use it if I'm playing this board. Busy. I guess I shouldn't be spoiling the upcoming boards for folks who aren't there. No, I think we're actually in the clear. Are we? Can't see any other doors. Alright, that's what I get for trying to go fast. See, that one key is now lost forever. Now for everybody's favorite part of the key machine. The part where you grab the key and run back and forth for 5 minutes. Good sound design, at least. We do need a soft lock emote. I did finally have the thought, the really obvious thought the other day of like, ZZT's got normal locks and super locks and save locks and soft locks. What the emoji would be for it, though. I don't know how do you represent a soft lock short of just writing soft lock. I think, yeah, actually, no. I think we get extra keys, and then later on, there are red keys. But we get to skip them. Oh, here I go. Yeah. Sweeney's Gambit. Well, I'm not going back for any more keys. I'm tired of that board. No, we're going back to a case mix will be next Friday, Dave. I try to keep my Fridays and Sundays separate streaming just because they're radically different times, folks. A lot of times folks can make one of those days regularly, but not the other. Yes, next Friday, next stream. Good, this seems good. They call it puzzling, but it's not very. I think all the best puzzles were just put into town. Realized he had to like come up with like 8 more. He's like, uh-oh. It'll make you feel smart when you're a kid, at least. Even the lesser sliding puzzle in town, like, still involves more thought than this, I feel like. This one is just like, what do I need to do? Put boulders in the right place, and then you just instantly do that. There's no... What do we do for a mistake? When did I save last? How early did I save? I did save at the start. Can we break this puzzle? I guess if you just push a whole bunch. But like, why would you do that? You can't overpush this. You can't overpush this. You can overpush that. No, like, you have to, like, really go out of your way. I'm just doing the puzzle again in 2 seconds. I want to actually break that. You could, like, overpush some stuff, but, like, won't that. You're not going to. We can't get into the mechanisms here or anything. You just kind of... Puzzling? I mean, I guess? Why there's a question mark. Even this board doubts itself, and it's right. Anyways, we get a letter Z. ZZT. I love that game. Why is there a purple Z? Oh god. Oh, hang on. This is actually an extremely dangerous board. I forgot. Oh, I wish I had some extra keys from the key factory. Okay, it's not. He probably did. You do know that, like, Super ZZT specifically marketed it as, like, hey, it's easier. It wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. Like, I feel... Oh. feel like these games had to be, if not done right away after Town was released, like, extremely close to done. And yet, I think I've taken more damage from myself. Still somehow on track. Move down. Get the heck out of here. Do I have to go back? Oh, well, I have to go back. Not much room for error at this point. Nope. Immediately shoots up. Be the sickest run of dungeons ever. Gentle rhythm. Aggressive rhythm. Oh, I don't like this guy. Oh, they got me. I died. Now this board truly belongs to the Tigers. Oh, I should have actually saved that high school. That was a legit death. Good call on the posture check. Did you just hear me slide completely down in my chair in shame? I was basically lying down. Alright. Well. Now I'm free from pretending that I know what I'm doing. Everybody knows that I don't. That's the last key. Now we just need to get the heck out of here. Let's grab a red key for the road. He's thinking stuff on this board too, if he really... Not. Did my best. Got through the target board and everything. Still had to load a save to actually win. We don't really have a good warp back to the start with this path. Could have been like a connection maybe with that little bubble. There could have just been a passage next to the purple key, but then I guess you wouldn't have to go through the tiger cage a second time. Alright, well, we've reached the exit. Now we just have to wait for the spinning guns. Which really should have a higher firing rate because, like, they're not shooting. So, what was your favorite board in the dungeons, since we have a minute? I'm still a big fan of the Whirlpool, I think, even though I did an atrocious job of it. Four stages, key machine. Good stuff in here. Tim. Dungeon Mix, I think it'll have some really fun takes on these. These boards are already pretty creative. You have escaped the dungeons of ZZT, Tim. Almost. Oh no, there's more. The Fritz. What's the rule on this one? I can't remember if it's get the gems or get the monsters. But thankfully there's gems either way, which I really did need. Yeah, normal amount of health. This is also where you can gain time in the speed run. See, this gentleman will tell us gems. And if you want to get a high score in this one, you just gotta take the hundreds and hundreds of ammo and find one of those tiger duplicators. Get your extra points. Just be there for an hour. One last scribble. Now that I think about it, this board really is just like, I don't know, it's the end of the game and just drawing lines with breakables and saying, you figure it out. I used to know a guy who went by Fritz. It's not a bad board. The thing that I have noticed after playing hundreds of ZZT worlds is that a lot of them you can kind of tell the author was getting tired of it at the end. This is why this game doesn't have 45 boards after all. I mean, there's like some thought you get to put into this, like, hey, I don't need to actually free any of those lines over there. Why would I? Unless I wanted the bonus points. Get that high score. Everybody at the office is competing for the high score in Dungeons of ZZT. Congratulations! Yeah, you could just... I mean, the board order in this is pretty wild, I think. Alright, now we are truly at the exit. There's our obligatory 10,000 points bonus. Made it. Another sick drum beat. It's nice that they even moved these sliders away for you before vanishing from existence. Even got a red key for good luck. Congratulations, adventurer. You have escaped from the dungeons of ZZT. So, my placeholder stream credits scene from like 10 years ago persists to this day. The big twist finally revealed we were a dragon this whole time playing ZZT. The big snout. It's quite the shape this guy's got. Now we know. Horrible truth. I love the little computer. It's a good board, is the thing. There's a reason it's a good credits board. It really is some nice, like, early ZZT art for sure. Right, well. Oh, hey, I did a better job, if you can technically believe it. His finest dragon. A bit of an anteater. It's okay. But there is one thing I want to do before we actually go to the credits here, because Dungeons has something going for it. Last year, on eBay, there was a registered disc of ZZT out there. As has often been the case, some money was put up to acquire it, in case there might be something neat on it. And we found a registered copy of ZZT version 3.0, which is what we were playing on this whole time. It didn't say Epic on the title screen, because it wasn't. But, this Dungeons thing that apparently claims that it has like 40 boards and really only has like 20, also has an empty board. And as it turned out, the board wasn't empty in this earlier release. This was our first time seeing the earlier revision of Dungeons. And it's got the plus puzzle board. Hadn't seen the light of day in a good 30-some years. There you go. Well, listen, I don't have ZZT's editor open, but it's pretty inconsistent about room and board. Hey, I hadn't considered that. There's a pun. Anyway, we got to see this. An unfinished puzzle board. What could have been? Can't really do a whole lot in what is here. Go over here. Kind of see. There's this like inner chamber, I guess you gotta get to. I don't know. Nobody knows what this would have been. Plus puzzle. It's half finished. I hope that we do something with it for Dungeons Mix, because it's ripe for. It's certainly ready to be remixed. It's not finished. Who knows what it could have been? Who knows where it would have gone? Maybe we're going to go east from the timing board. Maybe it was going to connect to the 4 stages. Again, I don't think these go in a very logical order to begin with. Yeah, we go from the dungeon entrance directly to the Zapper. And then we're suddenly up here, where there's like 6 exits. And we're like, okay, I should link some of these things up. Could have been east of here. Does this line up? Goes to channel. Okay. Oh, that lines up with hit the target, which is what is there. Oh no, that doesn't even line up. Who knows? Wait a minute, are we dissing anteaters in chat? You slam on anteaters out of nowhere. Dragons are just flying anteaters. Hey. That's a diss on dragons. Who knows where it could have fit? Pretty much anywhere. It would not take much on like any of these boards to just be like, yeah, also you can go this way. The actual board connections here are really all over the place. Which I guess is why it all connects so weird. Alright, well, that's all I got. I wanted to make sure that the unfinished puzzle board got to show up on stream. I guess Dungeons just wasn't the place for it. I think some of the other worlds also have deleted boards, but unfortunately, nothing. Any of them. Never know. Alright, let's get away from this dragon and onto the credits. Oh, there they are. That is going to do it then for today. Hope you all had fun playing through Dungeons along with me. I know I did, even if I did not do a super great job. I got through the target board, despite the worst possible start. Still pulled it off, so I'm at least happy with that. We will be back again on Friday. We'll be continuing Caves Mix. only got like our first purple key, I think. So I'm hoping we can get through it in one more, but it might be another 2 streams. We'll see. We'll see. And then, of course, we will continue again next Sunday at noon. The last of the 4 original ZZT worlds, we'll be checking out City with ZZT. That's another contender for the best one. They're all good. It's pretty meaningless to actually try and pick one out as like superior, because they're all good, and they all have their Achilles heel board, like the target shooter. There's always something. That is going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your support. I appreciate all those follows and subs and such. I hope to see you all next time. Later.